I'm not a fan of stretching, but I do believe I'm working on flexibility and improving flexibility. I just think that the standard versions of stretching that we have aren't really good. But if I had to pick between static and dynamic stretching, I'm picking dynamic stretching all day long. Anything where you're being active or moving through your ranges of motion or like loading your ranges of motion, I think are beautiful, and I think they're just a natural way of like moving your body. When we do static stretching, it tends not to do really much for you, and it doesn't last very long. When you do like active ranges of motion, you're actually, believe it or not, flexing some type of muscle group to do that actively. When you do like a static stretch, we tend not to flex. We just kind of yank on stuff. So if you are going to do static stretching, make sure that you are isometrically squeezing the opposite muscle group that you're stretching to help hold it. But even then, you're not really loading the muscle that you're trying to stretch in the first place, so it's probably not going to work that great. If you want to get more flexible, you need to load the range of motion that you are trying to work on. When you're doing dynamic stretching, you're not really doing that either. But I do think that it has some kind of place, because you're kind of like being athletic, right? When we're athletic, things tend to work. But if you're just like yanking on something, I really don't even feel like that has any place. It's very temporary. The only time I'd ever use a static is if I have pain, and the static stretch alleviates that pain to then allow me to do something like maybe a dynamic stretch, or maybe a loaded exercise to allow me to further increase my range of motion. But other than that, like we're gonna go dynamic all the way.